Well, I'm in my third year, final year at Atlantic School of Theology. Our program is 3 years and we have placements. I had an opportunity to do this program. I saw it on the national website and I knew some people that participated in it. So I had a feeling that South Africa was the first choice, and I was very fortunate to be able to go there.
Carl's a theological student from Canada. He came out on an internship for a period of 3 months. He had an absolutely wonderful time here. We try to give him a good overview of what is happening in our diocese.
My first few weeks there, xenophobic attacks broke out. People from Mozambique and other countries, they were in South Africa and they were taking some of the people's jobs. That was one side of the story. So South Africans were pushing these types of people away, and their homes were burnt, people burnt alive. They say over 100 people were killed and 20,000 displaced. So I was right there within a 15-kilometer radius. So eventually I became part of a task force with St. Mary's Church, and I ended up working in the UN refugee camps. Another experience was meeting people with AIDS and HIV, going to some homes and getting people's papers in order because they know they're going to die, and even embracing them, hugging them, something I never thought I would do, but just the moment felt right. You felt God, and I was given that opportunity. So those were some of the bigger highlights, of the things that made you push yourself to a new level that you may not experience here in Canada.
I think Canadians could learn from the style of worship that we have in some of our township congregations. In Africa, people just love singing and dancing, and they express that through the worship every time we meet for worship.
I definitely experienced a new type of worship. The music is so lively. Some of the services, a couple hours, dancing in the aisles. I think things that some people in churches in Canada would not like. I really got the sense that certain things don't matter, like prayer books or things like that. There's bigger things that they worry about. So to see that on Sunday, to see worshiping and praising God, the youth and the elderly coming together, it's just something you don't see here in Canada. Sister Swaki, I met them right at the start. Their ministry is so powerful. They work with prostitutes on the streets. They basically get up in the morning and they go out in the streets and try to help those in need. They're saints.
We are telling them about the love of Christ because some of them, you ask them, why are you here? They'll just tell you that it's because we felt that nobody loves us and we haven't got something to eat and stuff like that. That's why we are in the street and nobody's taking care of us. And we normally start to tell them about the love of God.
But the thing that we both enjoyed was the humor. We tease each other every day.
He was such a funny man. And he told us that Canadian people don't wear underwears. And we said, we won't go there.
Yeah, I did tell them, joking around one day, that we don't wear underwear as a joke, and she believed me, I think, but I'm not too sure. So we had a great chuckle over that. Every day they were so happy. Some days good, some days bad, but they lived the gospel. They didn't preach it. They lived it. They set an example. They were out in the streets when some people weren't, in the comfort of their own homes. It's risky out in the streets, and they go out and they do God's work.
If really you are taking the love of Christ to people, you don't have to have that judgmental thing. Attitude towards them, because otherwise you won't get there. You have to love them.
By going out and doing this, I'm a representative of the church. I get to experience the Anglican communion, which we are part of, and I have to say it is a beautiful communion. So to send a student away has a value that I can go and experience our church on an international level. I can come back and I can share my experiences with my peers, with other priests, at schools, just in the community in general. The things that we come back with and the things that we tell people, I think that helps us too. I really think it helps us to reflect on who we are and what are we doing. I'd recommend it to anybody. It's a program that's been around for a while, and I pray that it continues for sure.